Welcome to the March edition of Terrier Talk. And today I'm happy to be with Mr. David Ganci, the Director of Student Activities and also a biology teacher here at St. Francis Prep, and also a graduate of 1988. And he's back in the school as a director and a teacher. Good to have you, David.
Thank you.
This past Friday, we just celebrated our 32nd annual International Night. And I was there for all of it, and it was one of the most exciting things we've done in school this year. So why don't you take us through that and what it's like to be the director, the producer, the MC of that show that makes it so successful?
Thank you, Pat. I have to say that is probably my most enjoyable activity as Director of Student Activities.
Yeah.
It allows me to see all the students in action. I get to enjoy and engage with so many different individuals, backgrounds, cultures, traditions. It is an event that really highlights the diversity of our school like no other.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone who has watched the show previously and this year included, they have nothing else to say about, wow, what a school. I never saw anything like this. It really does make us stand out amongst all other schools, not only in New York area, but nationally. Really, it is a great representation of St. Francis Prep.
Yeah. I sent out, as David knows, I sent out a thank you to everyone who participated over the weekend on Friday night. And I got a response from one of our teachers, Mr. Graff from the English department. And he said, I agree, it was a great night. I always thought of Prep as a good school, but Friday's performance left me thinking of it as one of the best in the world. I can hardly imagine another school having this same level of diversity and spirit. It made me proud. I think it made all of us proud.
It always makes me proud, and particularly this year, the kids really brought it to the stage. They really worked hard, and they made me very pleased at their level of commitment. They really do put months of effort into this, and it shows.
Yeah.
It really does manifest itself on stage.
I see students starting their practice in September.
They do, and
Yeah.
they have tryouts, and they've got cutouts, and they've got different costumes that they decide, yes, no, maybe. It's a lot of work, and the moderators do a lot of work too, so kudos to the moderators. Thank you for your help, because I couldn't do it by myself, but they are just an incredible group of young men and women that even live stream, I've gotten some responses from people who have watched it live stream, like incredible, absolutely incredible. So I'm really proud that I'm able to bring this to the school and to our community.
Great job. Let's not forget the food. If you haven't been to an international night, the performances are spectacular. But before we walk upstairs to the auditorium for the show, there's the food of nations downstairs in the cafeteria, and it was spectacular on its own.
We had a suckling pig from the Filipino club that was an absolute hit. I mean, the line was like out the door for that pig. It was out of control. But the Italian club, the Greek club, all the Asian clubs, all over the world. It is a trip around the world in the cafeteria. The music's playing, the lights are going. Everyone's serving food. It's an enjoyable event. Parents get to sit, they get to talk, they get to enjoy, and then they go upstairs and they see a wonderful show. For $10, best show in town.
Yeah,
Best show in town.
and it's the only time during the year where we have parents, students, faculty, and staff, and even alumni come together in one space to celebrate what we have here as a school.
Standing room only every year.
Every year, phenomenal. So talk a little bit about your role as Director of Student Activities besides International Night. That's a big job in itself, but the bigger job is to accommodate our kids who want to be involved in something, right, other than sports. You know, how do you work that?
On a daily basis, I get emails from students requesting to start new clubs. It is incredible at the level of involvement, the mental involvement that they think of intriguing and interesting activities. Mr. Ganci, I'd like to start a club X, Y, and Z. That I've never even thought of. And I'm like, great, let's sit, let's talk, let's come up with a proposal, and let's find a moderator, and let's begin the club. 9 times out of 10, the club flies. Sometimes it's a safety hazard, we can't do it, or it's great in theory but not in practice. So the conversation is had, and then we move forward.
Yep.
But my job is to facilitate that potential starting of a club, and we've gotten such a wonderful array of clubs every year, and then next year something different, the year after something different. It's a constant evolution, similarly to the evolution of the types of students we have in the school. It's totally reflective of our student body.
I was in a hallway one day and a student walked up to you and asked about designing a club. I forget what it was. And you said, absolutely, just find a moderator.
Yep.
So I like the openness that you have to ideas. In fact, I think we have a knitting club.
We do, Wolverines.
And one of the big draws is the ping pong club every
Yes, it is.
Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And that's great. But it does give our students an ability to enter into areas they didn't think they'd like and try different things. And it's great stuff.
And that also enables a moderator to try something that they never thought they'd
That's
like.
true. That's
We
true.
used to have the photography club, and we had stained glass club. The moderators may or may not have any prior experience, but they learn from the students too. I mean, that's a great experience for everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Part of your responsibility also as director is student government.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be a very interesting role to play when you're between the student wants and needs and presenting that to the administration. So it's a unique role that you're in. Speak a little bit about that.
Student government is an incredible role for a student and for me as the organizer and the leader of the group, the council general. I love when student government is comprised of a variety of students that represents the demographic of our school, so that gets all of the bases covered. And I've been fortunate that our students have chosen those types of individuals. And presently we have an incredible government, and they work really hard, and they have so many ideas that are not just their own, but they are the ears and the mouth of the student body. So then they come to me, and I have to siphon and decipher what they're trying to get done and say yes or no based on, historically speaking, how things have gone in the building. And I don't want to lead them on to say, sure, go ahead, go to Mr. McLaughlin. He'll say yes, and I know it's not going to happen. I kind of diffuse it and say, let's talk about it in a different way. So my job is to put things into perspective, that some things are attainable, some things are not. Let's talk about how we can go forward.
Mr. David Ganci, Director of Student Activities and excellent biology teacher as well.
Thank you.
In that classroom. So I just want to end by acknowledging you for your hard work, your desire to improve the state of our kids, to get them involved with activities that, again, they may not have tried in the past, and maybe something new for them as well. So good job.
Thank you.
I appreciate the hard work, but more importantly, I appreciate the heart that you bring to this as well. Your heart is here with the students in the school. Good job.
Nowhere else I'd rather be.
Good.
Thank you.
Well done, David.
Thank you.
That was great. I hope you enjoyed that interview. A few announcements. Last week we had our National Honor Society induction ceremony with 191 students. That was remarkable. It was a great ceremony. I do want to thank our faculty council, congratulate our kids, and especially thank Dr. Sullivan and Miss Bergen-Sementelli for their role as moderators and leadership for that organization. Thank you for that work. On March 8th, we had a day of reconciliation with a prayer broadcast for our student body, and many students took advantage of the opportunity to visit with a visiting priest to go to confession. A great day for us. Also on March 16th is St. Patrick's Day Parade in New York City. So we are marching once again, and our assembly line is 12:40 p.m. on West 46th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue. So if you'd like to come to watch with us, you're more than welcome. Please be there at 12:40 if you're going to come. And lastly, we have our jazz pop concert on Friday, March 15th. It's a great night. We have several ensembles there. Jazz band is there, the chamber orchestra, the chamber choir, and the honors percussion ensemble. So please consider joining us on Friday evening for that concert, the jazz pop concert on Friday night. I want to take this opportunity to wish everyone a blessed Easter and a reminder that we have Holy Week prayer services on March 26th and 27th. As we enter into this joyous season of Easter, I want to take a moment to extend my warmest wishes to each and every one of you. Easter is a time of renewal, hope, and celebration. It brings us together as a school community in a spirit of joy and reflection. In the spirit of Easter, let us cherish the gift of love, embrace the power of forgiveness, and extend kindness and compassion to all those around us. Together, let us continue to build a school community where every individual feels valued, respected, and empowered to reach their full potential. Wishing you a blessed and joyful Easter with love, hope, and joy. God bless.